We've seen Batman Ninja. I believe that's one of the take from DC. We have seen Marvel also take a little dip into the anime sector, but then again, nothing like this. Now, Star Wars has gone full. And when I say full, I mean they have gone through different kinds of animations actually, and different kinds of anime directors and anime writers. You might know what I'm talking about, right? Yes, I'm talking about Star Wars. And it's so funny, right? Like when I said Star Wars Visions, initially first thing came up in my mind was Vision. I don't know if I call Vision. So yes, today we'll be talking about the episodes of Star Wars Vision from, I won't say from good to bad, but I would say at least from best to the least better ones actually, because I respect anime. So, shall we begin? Here we go. So let's start off with the least favorite one. Yes, it's the Tatooine Rhapsody. I know. See, I know a lot of you might like it, and it is fun, of course. Kids will enjoy it. And the only good thing from that episode I found was Boba Fett. I know he looked tiny, cute, like a Funko Pop, but it's good. As we can see, the Tatooine Rhapsody is by Studio Colorado. Now, Studio Colorado has done many projects. These are the ones. So this is one of my least. So I would say this is the number 9 for me is this one. So let's move into number 3. Number 8. It's TOB1. Yes. The Astro Boy looking droid which we saw and who wielded the lightsaber and also got the power of the Force. I know it's strange. I was not expecting it from a Star Wars franchise, or even a Star Wars series, that a droid wielding the power of the Force. But then again, anything will happen. The story was good. It was not for me. It was kind of. It was not even cute at a particular time. But yes, the end fight was, epic. But then again, the animation didn't turn out for me. Had it been done by a different studio, I would have liked it. But then again, of course, as we know, TOB1 has been done by Science Saru, S-A-R-U, and you know their projects. So basically, they don't thought about this. I believe Lucasfilm have thought about it before they did this. Number 7. That's, of course, The Village Bride. Yes. It was good because it was made by Kinema Citrus. Kinema Citrus has done amazing visuals for animation. They've made good animation. You can go check it out in, of course, Crunchyroll and many more sites. But then again, the story in The Village Bride, I was expecting much more of an action. The way they started off with those, you can say, hallucination or those 3D images of what their village was and what the village is right now. It took a lot of time. They could have done a lot more into it. Yes, again, like number 8, in the end, the action was really nice. The way she stopped the, the bullet. I can't say it's usually a bullet, but the shot, and she, sent it back. It was really amazing how she did it and how she was fast during that time, and the way she wielded the lightsaber and also the Force was something which we have not seen in any of the Star Wars movies. So, liked it, but then again, had its flaws. Number 6. Now, again, we're talking about Akakiri, right? Now, again, this is made by Science Saru. Now, Science Saru made, of course, the TOB1, right? This is what I was talking about. Now, Science Saru, the animation they put out here was really amazing. If they would have put the same thing for TOB1, I would have put it on a higher list, or even or they would have been maybe in fourth. But then again, in Akakiri, the storyline was good. I liked how the Jedi had problems in his mind. He was not stable with the Force, and he used to have this vision of getting killed or killing his loved one or someone whom he is attracted to. And in the end, just to save. And I love that twist. He killed her, and of course, just to save her, he had to move in to the dark side. He came there to save her, save the village, but in the end, just to save that person, he had to move into the dark side. Now, something like this is what I want to happen in the future Star Wars movies or series. Please implement. They show the true power of the dark side. But what being in the dark side you can do, which you can't just by being in the Jedi. Right? That's why villains are known to do that. Now, number 5. Now you know the good stuffs are coming up, right? Number 5. By Geno Studio. Not only you don't know about Geno Studio. Geno Studio made a lot of animation, and their animation have been top notch. And of course, the quality, the thinness of the animation have been, of course, noticed. Right? But here, the story is really amazing. How an adopted child goes on a journey to be successor of the lightsaber wielded by the Resistance team. And this is what, and I'm telling you, if you've seen it, there is this moment in the end when both the sisters fight to wield the lightsaber, and the lightsaber only answers to the one and only. I believe you know who I'm talking about, right? Yes, it has a very emotional aspect in this episode, and of course, a good relation between a father and a daughter. So this is where they have upped their game. And I wished the rest of the episode could have been like this. But then again, of course, different studios. Number 4. Of course, this is from Production IG, and the name itself should make you, should give you the goosebumps. It's the Ninth Jedi. See, the best part about this episode is, the scene when all the Jedis come get together, as they've been called, to wield the greatest lightsaber of all time. And the biggest plot twist, boom, when the Ninth Jedi, of course, the girl, she's not yet the Ninth Jedi, when she comes to deliver the lightsaber, and everyone holds the lightsaber, and in that moment, and you get the sound of the Star Wars music, and suddenly when the lightsaber comes out, music changes because 7 of them turns out to be Sith Lords, and only one, and later on she becomes the Ninth Jedi. 2 of them were the only Jedi, one inexperienced, one very young, and the battle in the end. And of course we all knew like they can't defeat them. They ran away. And thank God they didn't defeat them, right? That was one of the shocking moments for me. I literally jumped out and shit, what happened? Because the way the music changed at that moment, that was I would say, the biggest noticeable moment. Made by Trigger Studio from Steve Elder. Now this actually reminded me of the animation from Ninja Scroll. It's the old animation Ninja Scroll, and even the old guy reminded me of the Shinobi from Ninja Scroll. Of course, this episode is good. I say good, it's really good, and it's unforgivingly good. Here you see this Sith Lord, who is old, but his lightsabers are like whips. Literally, he can do whatever he wants to, and he faces 2 of the Jedi because he actually was expecting of the greatest Jedi of all time. But unfortunately, since he was not there, he tries to fight with his student, and of course, the student couldn't beat him. But then again, in the end, when both of them fight, I wanted the Jedi to not to lose, but then again, of course, to get hurt. Because I love powerful characters, but I don't like when they make overpower them. In that scenario, the Sith Lord was really, really powerful, had a lot of features, could do a lot of things, whereas the Jedi just at his force, and he was good with his lightsaber. But the last fight was amazing. I liked the build-up, but I didn't like the So talking about episode 2, the twins, obviously, made by the Trigger Studio. I wouldn't have wanted the Trigger Studio to do it, but then again, they, with the story and with the action, they redeemed it in the end. Because as we can see, the two twins getting divided, being divisive about the dark side and of course the lighter side. So I like the part when, of course, the girl swallows up the kyber crystal. Yes, the huge kyber crystal that gets separated, and she takes in the kyber crystal, and she wants the all power gets channeled through her from her suit, and man, she used her lightsaber in every way possible. And the whole fight scene was amazing, and as you can see, it's not the end of that episode because it leads somewhere. And as I've heard that they are planning to do something with that episode, not in terms of visions only, but maybe as a different spin-off series, and maybe as a different, maybe we can introduce in live action. Also, who knows? You know what I'm going to talk about now. The best, my favorite, I believe the best for everyone. I believe this episode was the only thing that actually sold the Visions trailer. This and of course episode 2. Because when we first saw the Visions trailer, when we just saw a glimpse of this episode of course, the Duel, we went out of the world. Like, of course, it was the samurai, ancient Japanese, black and white with Star Wars. And of course, when I say black and white, you do get to see the color of the lightsaber. And of course here, and of course made by Kamikaze Yoga, and we know who's Kamikaze Yoga. He has made one of the best animes, and disappointing. Now, what I loved about it here is it was not good versus evil, it was evil versus bad. It's like Sith versus priests. It's like a Sith versus a retired Sith who has a collection of kyber crystal by defeating the other Sith. I love the moment when he was drawing his lightsaber, and I was thinking it's going to be blue or something else, but it turned out to be red, and I was surprised the same way the other Sith was surprised. Like, come on, man. The fight scene was really amazing. It was fast-paced. It was the way animation should be. They totally reminded me of, what should I say? I don't know. I think, but then again, how Levi used to fight. Used to that. This animation has a lot of potential. I would say next time if they make an anime from Star Wars, there should be a full season of this font, I guess. This font, or maybe make an extension of this too. So that was my ranking for the Star Wars Vision. What we learned and what we understood is that you no longer have to, I'm not saying follow, but maybe if I can finally move out of the Skywalker saga thing, the whole Skywalker space, because series like The Mandalorian and Bad Batch have actually proved that something different or something as a spin-off of a different character has a lot to deliver, a lot to say. That's why we are excited, and that's why we are waiting for Ahsoka. We are waiting for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Of course, it's going to be a spin-off, but that's what we want. Enough of the whole Skywalker thing. I do respect it, but then again, it's time for something more. Let's open the door to explore new stuff. And Star Wars Vision has made me realize that there are more to the Star Wars franchise. It's like we have just barely scratched the surface. There's way too much inside. It's just that we have to look into new stuff, and please find new directors with new visions into it. Please. So that was all about Star Wars Visions, of course. And I hope there are many more episodes coming up by next year. Hope so. But we've got many more Star Wars shows, right? So currently I'm excited for the Book of Boba Fett. And I have heard few rumors about it, but let's see. So until next time, this is Hannibal, and